Peace, it's Brother Polight, and of course I'm here again with another installment. Looking forward to build with you in a few minutes before I head out to my club. Yes, we have a powerful club setting that we run, especially on these Thursdays. Got Throwback Thursday today, so we're gonna play that. I don't want to call it old school hip hop, but we're gonna play that much needed hip hop where we talked about loving the women, not beating up them, not the misogynistic, chauvinistic, womanizing exploits that our brothers have been on a tear with. Yeah, so before I head up to the club, and I'm gonna go on Instagram live at brother_polite on Instagram and give you some live scene footage at the club and still build with you. But at this particular moment, the name of this video is Entrepreneurship or Die, and I'm gonna push this as hard as I can. Pause. We're gonna go super into this information because I want y'all to realize that if you're not studying Barron's newspaper, everybody should have a copy of Barron's newspaper. Barron's newspaper and Kiplinger's magazine. Barron's newspaper and Kiplinger's magazine is what you need to keep abreast. Forbes is good. I'll put that third on the list. But you want Barron's newspaper and Kiplinger's magazine. So let's say Barron's newspaper, Kiplinger's magazine, and Forbes newspaper. I mean Forbes magazine as well. Peace to the family, Lonnie Johnson. You should keep abreast of what's going on. And if you're keeping abreast, you'll understand that money is changing. And if you're struggling now, or if you think you're having problems making the money that you need to make now, it's only going to get worse. And I'm not over here with no doomsday practice. I'm not into all of that scary talk. But the reality is, this Trump era is really going to knock people out their socks. Because when there's just conceptions that war is going to be on the rise, it affects money. Then there's hyperinflation. Then there's food inflation. So I'm telling you, if you guys don't start making plans and stop procrastinating when it comes to stacking that bread or making investments, you're going to be in a very bad space. Okay? And that's why we're taking the time out to do the mentorship program for as long as we can do. But unfortunately, we're packing house with the amount of people that we can actually mentor. So we'll be stopping the program relatively soon as we get the last set of students. And I haven't marketed everywhere. I did it mostly on Facebook Live because to just go all over all my social media is going to be crazy. We'd be overwhelmed. So I just keep it on Facebook Live to give my Facebook its own personality. Thank y'all for appreciating the knowledge that I be dropping and sharing, and knowledge I be picking up. Why not? Yeah. So it's dope, man. Again, for the mentorship, what I do, I teach people on how to make several different types of incomes. So depending on which mentorship program you come in on, I'll show you how to adopt 3 new incomes, 6 new incomes, or 9 new incomes. That's what I do with the mentorship program. I take the time out to teach you how to create those revenue streams so you can amass enough wealth. What you put into the mentorship program, I see to it that you not only double it, but you also come out with knowledge of how to create additional streams of income, whether it be 3, 6, or 9, depending on which mentorship program you come into. All you have to do is go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Brother POLIGHT 45@gmail.com. Always leave your phone number when you email me. Leave your name and your phone number for the financial mentorship. Do not get caught out there. Don't get caught slipping or sleeping. So again, it's Barron's newspaper and Kiplinger's magazine, and Forbes magazine is pretty good. But Barron's and Kiplinger's, those are 2 publications that really help you get in the know, stay in the know, keep you abreast, and then what I'm saying won't sound so foreign. But the end goal is to see to it that you know how to amass wealth without spending too much to get to that point, because we understand everybody doesn't have a whole bunch of money to try to get to that point. Everybody understands that. So that's what we got to do. You apply the mentorship. I apply the mentorship. You're the mentee. What you do, you email me at brotherpolight, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. That's what you do. And we'll touch base with you. We'll connect with you. And we'll make it happen. I'll wind up giving you coaching 12 times a month, 3 times a week, 30 minutes at a time. Everything ranging from credit repair and other wealth building stratagems that you can employ to create additional streams of income. Anyone that's in the program right now will let you know how it's going down. It's definitely looking good. From the first time I start the consultation, from day one, people know I go straight into the grind and they go, whoa, I had no idea about this. Everything from precious metals to microloan accounts to treasury direct accounts and how we make it all make sense, retitling these things to the trust, using insurance and leveraging insurance to make purchases off of real estate. It's brotherpolight@gmail.com. Let me type it in for you as well. I'm gonna type it in for you. Yes. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Peace to the family. So yeah, we just on this grind. We got to make it happen. We're going to do it together as a family. And I'm just looking for the next set of my successful students to come out and be like, we made it work. Now, in the past, I had people do testimonies and people said, man, I paid these people to do testimonies to sound like they did such a good job. But I'm going to bring the testimonials back again. I've been talking to all my newest students and letting them know, you know what? And I always keep testimonial video, but, you know, I don't be into all of that a lot of times. But this time around, I have a nice collage of over 70 people. A nice collage of over 70 people that's going to be able to confirm to you the benefits of the mentorship and how they've increased their income through my teachings. And how the most important thing is everything you invest in the mentorship program is spread out towards the different things, the resources and the tools that you need to take it to the next level. So let's get it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not trying, pardon me. Let's get it. That's what I'm telling y'all. We don't have time to waste. I told you the publications that you should read, Kiplinger's and Barron's, if you are in any doubt about what's going on with the economy. If you are in any kind of doubt, you need to know. We can't play no games. This thing is getting real out here. We can't play games out here. Yep. So like I said, before I hit the club, I just make sure I just make the effort to keep connecting, because it's important. We got to connect. We got to encourage each other every time we get an opportunity to get off the clock, to stop building other people's dreams, misrepresenting our dreams for theirs, misappropriating our dreams for theirs. We got to get out of that mentality. The name of the publications is Kiplinger's Magazine. You know, every time I get on here, I got to always share some information that's extremely valuable. Things that people are not talking to you about, that they should be talking to you about. You know that. So it's Kiplinger's Magazine and Barron's newspaper. And this is not the time to be talking about let's create our own money. We have to get some money first. People are not just going to sit here and start creating money. I don't mean that to be rude or disrespectful, and I hope you don't mean to write that to defer or deflect attention away from what we're talking about. So let's just both believe that we have no intention to be rude, but this is not the time for us. Let's make our own money. That's a whole different conversation. Right now, I need to talk to people about making the money that is officially the currency that people are using to barter and exchange. That's what we got to talk about today. We can't play games. We don't have time for that kind of conversation right now. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because there's people out here on the clock been working for 10, 12, 15 years, and they're tired of it. and telling them, let's just make our own money, ain't exactly going to change the situation right about now. It's a good idea. It's a nice concept. That's a different class. You could talk to some of the pro-black fanatical people that like talking that talk. Right now, some people just need out. You got brilliant people in this world that's yet to demonstrate who and what they truly are because they're always being held back. Shaka's my man, but let's stay focused, y'all. We got to talk about amassing this wealth. Again, those publications are called Kiplinger's Magazine and Barron's Newspaper. Barron. Kiplinger spelled with a K. Okay. So those of you interested in investing in the mentorship program to learn how to create those different streams of income, and the reason why I'm going to be pushing this out a lot more between now and probably Tuesday is because until I find out how to manage all the other students that's coming in, I'm going to eventually stop the program so I could just deal with the mentorship one-on-one with all the people that's involved. Because I'm the one that's dealing with the tutelage. I'm the one that's dealing with the one-on-ones. 12 times out the month, 3 days out the week, 30 minutes at a time. Depending on which program you invest in, I'll show you how to create 3 different revenue streams, 6 different revenue streams, or 9 different revenue streams. Can't beat that. And whatever you put into the mentorship program, I will more than sure show you step by step how to double it. And all I ask for is a testimony when you're done with the program. That's all. Y'all gonna lose y'all mind when you see the amount of people that testify and say, man, salute to the brother Polight. And of course they'll say, I paid all those people. They won't give you specific dollar amounts. They won't show you no agreements or contracts, but they will tell you I paid for them, because they do this every time I have testimonies. But this time around, I'm going to really pull it because the mentorship program is very powerful. That's why I'm going to pull it. You email us at brotherpolight45@gmail.com. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. That's what you do. So again, that's Barron's Newspaper and Kiplinger's Magazine. That'll really give you perspective of what's going on with the economy. So you'll understand, I'm not telling you scary talk and not backing up why it's scary. Yeah, people say, oh, the dollar's going to fall. They don't give you no specific dates or times. What they should be saying is the dollar has already fell. But you don't realize because you don't understand hyperinflation, and you definitely don't understand food inflation. As they give you less food, but it costs more money, and they do it so gradually, one generation to the next doesn't feel it in the transition. So where you may remember what tolls were when you were driving, and you can feel the transition, new drivers from the new generation grow into the hyperinflation, not realizing this is way more expensive than it used to be. You know why? Because they was never driving. And it's the same thing with food inflation. Many of you that have been food shopping for years, you have a concept of what you expect to get for food and how much money. But as it's gradually growing in price and they're giving you less product, the new generation that starts food shopping doesn't have a concept that they're already paying too much money, and that the money they're looking to retire into contradicts the goals that they have as far as pension is concerned. But it's hard for us to see 30 years down the line. It's hard for us to really realize, well, you know what, we think we're walking into some kind of retirement money, but because of hyperinflation, because of food inflation, we're really not going to have much of what we think we'll have. We'll have the dollar amount stipulated, but we will not have the value that we think we're walking into. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know, people say, man, you doing all this showing off, you showing all these fancy cars and expensive clothes, and you hanging out with all these women. How is this helping us? But then they act like I'm not here teaching the whole time. When you going to teach again? When are you going to go on the social media and realize you could go through hours of footage of me teaching? So don't tell me a picture here and there is throwing you off versus hours of me speaking and teaching. So that's what I'm telling you. When people see material forms of success, they actually cringe because poverty has destroyed their sense of humor and humanity. Poverty has destroyed their sense of humor and humanity. It's a fact. It's an absolute fact. I'm not going to lose my sense of humor. In fact, I'm going to gain it as I go. And as I come up, I'm taking the time out to take other people with me. Then, you know, people say, well, I don't care what you got. Show me some other people that got it. That's why I'm mentoring people directly. Now, since you're so concerned, join the mentorship program. But it probably hurt you to separate yourself from your dollars, to give it to another brother, knowing that some of that money may actually go to him for providing the service, because it should absolutely be free, because I'm conscious and you conscious. I don't live by those rules because nobody else does. No other community is living by those rules. That's right. So don't expect me to do that. I'm not with all of that. I'll tell you in a heartbeat I have to be paid. Because when I start playing that philanthropic role, when I played it before, I almost lost my family and everything I had. Doing so much free work for my black conscious community. And I got the pat on the back and the black power fist. But if that fist don't look like this, eventually we lose. We don't want to lose. I ain't here to have you lose. And that's why I'm telling you, losers think about winners, and winners think about winning. Always remember that. Losers think about winners, while winners think about winning. And I can't be oppressed if I'm motivated. I know no oppression because I stay motivated. You feel what I'm saying? You go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. That dark skin and these white teeth. That's real. It feels good. I'm from Brooklyn, Brownsville. I've come a long way, and I'm just interested in making sure I could assist my brothers and sisters in taking the same path. Let's get it, man. Let's really make this thing happen. I'm looking forward to connecting with y'all. And if you build, if you connect sometime tonight, then guess what? I'll call you. If you got it, if you got what it takes to stay up tonight, I will call you. That's immediately after this particular stream. Whoever I can get to first. And that's the first test in itself. Do you got what it takes to stay up and initiate the process as soon as you can in real time to make change? Because we procrastinate. We'll turn around and we'll say, man, this sounds good. This is what I'm into. I'm ready to go. And right after we say that, we'll go back to sleep until we wind up in a jam. And all we'll be able to do with ourselves after the jam is say, yo, I shouldn't have done that. Then people say, man, Polight, I got to pay this credit card bill off first. You know what Polight say? The hell with all of that. Because part of the game is to keep you so entrenched in debt that you never do get a chance to do anything, because you're always trying to pay somebody off, man. You don't realize that that's the whole concept of the debt wealth society. The whole concept of the debt wealth society is when you finally get some wiggle room and you finally get some come up money, you're making payment plans for people to pay them off. So you got your credit card, you got your student loan, you got your mortgage, you got your car note, and then you got your regular bills, your utilities, your gas, your light, sewage, water, your phone. You'll never have the opportunity to do anything unless you just say, man, I gotta start making certain type of sacrifices, because this is for the birds. Now you see, I did the first part. The first part, believe it or not, to teaching was to make sure I can effectively demonstrate the aftermath of my teachings, which is to show you my own material success. And while people say, man, I don't want to see that car. Somebody wrote, you know how much brothers you could have got out of prison with that car? Whatever that means. I say, you know how much people who talk like you could have pooled $5 each of their funds to put into legal relief for people that may have been falsely incarcerated or political prisoners of conscience. But no, you want me to take all my car money and just throw it away into trying to help somebody. When the whole community is upset about it, then the whole damn community should put something up so one person doesn't have to bear the burden. Everyone can do it and it won't be a burden to everybody. But you see, that is the broke mentality. But the first part of what I had to do was what? The first part of what I had to do was to effectively show the materialization of my conceptions. What it looks like when I get paid, coming out of poverty. And so we get distracted with the cars, the money, the fame and the glory, the party and the celebration. You get distracted with that when you filled with insecurity. But the reality is this: you can always do what you want with your money. How about that? So don't look at the cars and get mad. Why is he buying cars? No. The fact of the matter is this: do like I do, and then use the monies or the monetary success the way you conceive. You see? Because when I tell you, oh man, we got over 100 acres of land that we purchased in California for our community, we fall on deaf ears like we don't hear that part of my conversation. You just keep talking about the cars, and you keep talking about the clothes, and you keep talking about the women, you talk about all that stuff. But when I tell you we got over 100 acres of land in California, you like to ignore that. You always want to nitpick about what we see and what we hear. Show me the deed. See, first you said I didn't do it. Now you want to see the deed. Who does that? Who says, show me your deed? Let me know that you really own your house. So no, we're not doing that. Because I know there's principalities and forces that want to know what you're doing every step of the way so they can stop you while you're on the rise, while you're coming up. So no, I'm not about to do that. You'll see it while we build. When we say, you'll see what you need to see. But I let you know it's there. So when you see it, you can say, oh man, he wasn't lying. And I can laugh and say, while all the naysayers was telling me, don't buy that car, don't buy those shoes, don't buy that shirt, all the while they didn't realize I had the sense to still purchase something for my people. But I know what kind of dirty game I'm in. Because after people get proven wrong, they'll work like hell just to destroy me. So I wouldn't be part of the glory of the effort to liberate our people. You wouldn't believe how much sabotaging I have to endure and still hold my head up. So as I get older and I get wiser, I know the game is dirty and it's being played by a lot of our own people. I learn. I'll show off a car before I show you something that's going to contribute to the greater good of the whole. That takes more security and time to build and develop, because if you let this beast know what you're doing every step of the way while it's in its inception, it's a wrap. And I already know they know that I'm wise enough. See, my people will look at me and be like, he's stupid. Look, he buying all those cars and everything. But I know this beast know, we ain't fooled. There ain't no way he got all that knowledge and he just tripping. It's my people, though. They gonna play the games. But the fact of the matter is, part of the strategy is to create a situation called the successful collective. The successful collective. What is the successful collective? I'm gonna tell you. The successful collective is through the mentorship and me educating individuals, person at a time, one-on-one, and creating a situation in the atmosphere where several people have enough wealth to contribute to the liberation of our people without hurting themselves. whereby they can also contribute to their own family the way they always wanted to, in whatever capacity they wanted to. We now can really move forward as a people. So instead of asking one person who's doing pretty good, who's conscious, that could have been the hospital, that car. That could be the people you could have freed that's in prison. No, what we'll do with that is say, you know what? We have enough successful people that share in the same ideology, that don't mind investing their monies because it won't hurt them to contribute to their community, whilst at the same time they fulfill their individual goals, dreams, and ambitions. That's what we have to do to really secure our fate as a people. To secure our fate as a people, what we're going to have to do is work diligently at making successful individuals, so it doesn't hurt to support their community when they also want to support their family. You shouldn't be given an ultimatum. We live in a day and time we don't necessarily have to be given an ultimatum, conscious community or family. And then you lose your family, and then you become bitter with the conscious community. Now you don't have neither one, neither the consciousness or the family, because you're mad, because one costs you the other. We shouldn't have to have an ultimatum, our consciousness or our family. We should be able to cater to both. That's a fact. We should be able to cater to both. No doubt, Khalid Muhammad. We should be able to cater to both. So this is what I do before the club. I don't know how many people get a cipher going before they go to the club, and how many people get a cipher going before they go to the club that they're making money off of. As I'm an investor in the club. Yeah. So you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Brother POLIGHT 45@gmail.com. And the reason you do that, leave your phone number all the time. Never just put your name there and, hey, what's up? I'm interested in the mentorship program. Brotherpolight45@gmail.com. You see, I see it just like school. We could do the lecture thing, and that's powerful. But the lecture can be considered an overcrowded classroom at a certain point or the other, where everyone isn't fully benefiting the way they should, on account to the fact there's so many people there that we can't cater to each individual's specific interests and needs. So what happens? You wind up needing a tutor. Sometimes you need a guidance counselor. Sometimes you need a mentor. So that's why we have the mentorship program. It works as a scholarship program. And we help you develop the skills you already have. Like Professor X works with the mutants who have superhuman powers, but they just don't know how to focus it right. Same way, because all of you are gifted. All of you have been born with the tools and the resources you need to take things to the next level. But sometimes you have to build with someone who's like you, who comes from the same space as you, similar disposition, to help you rework that which you already have, so you can apply it in real time for your personal benefit and glory. Yes, and I said the key word, glory. Key word, glory. So we gotta stop all this 9 to 5 stuff. Until you go to brother POLIGHT 45@gmail.com. Text it again. But we talking about masterminding, family. And like I said, I text it again. It's right there. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Always leave your phone number if you're interested in the mentorship program. Leave your phone number if you're interested in the mentorship program. But it's all about strategy. It's all about strategy. Don't let nobody fool you. Okay, always leave your phone number and your email. If you hit me up tonight straight after this, I'll call you. At the latest, I'll hit you up early in the morning if you're on the East Coast. We can get it in for as long as you're willing. Just hit me at the email, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. You can forward your phone number to the email or even in the inbox to this Facebook. Facebook.com/brotherpolight. You can inbox me there. To preference, send me an email. But at the same rate. You can also put it in the inbox. These are absolute facts. But like I said, during the program, I teach you how to create either 3, 6, or 9 additional streams of income. Can't lose. Won't lose. And as I teach you it, you're going to sit there and say, oh, damn, this ain't game. I'm putting you on to game, but you'll be like, this is not BS. This dude actually is showing me how to do this. And damn, it didn't even cost that much. This is what I'm telling you. All you got to do is say, you know what? I did it. And man, I ain't learned nothing that I could have made bread off of. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that to myself. Because then everybody will come back to the stream and be like, yo, man, I joined this program and I ain't learned nothing yet. I don't play games with this information. I refuse to. There's too many lives at stake. There's too much on the line. And one person or a few people that make it out the hood can't be expected to do all of the work. We need everybody to participate, but we can't just have people participating at any level. We got to start working harder to get the individual success together and then collect the people that are individually successful who share the same vision to take it to the next level together. So yes, we need our people to come together, but we also need our people to amass a certain amount of wealth. And those that have amassed a certain amount of wealth, who don't feel the stark circumstance called the ultimatum between choosing from the conscious community or amongst the conscious community and their family, which really should be one and the same, but we know the reality here. It's not fair to make a man or a woman have to choose between their conscious community and their family. And in the long run, you lose both ways. Because you should be able to come home and tell your family, this is how I benefited from the conscious community. You should be able to say, I've greatly benefited from the people I'm listening to all the time. And if you're listening to people all the time and your life is not changing and you're still on the damn clock selling dreams about a black planet and how we're going to take things over, then you're living in the irreality. You're playing make-believe, and you shouldn't, because you're an adult. And as an adult, your children are getting older and they're coming out of make-believe, and you're telling them come out of make-believe, but you over here playing games. Talking about these dreams and ambitions of what we're going to do on this black planet, or what we're going to do as we come up. Y'all can do better than that. And then people don't like how I talk, but you got to keep it real. You don't have to like how I talk, but we got to keep it real. I'm not knocking people. It's just being real. If you can't come home after 5, 6, 7 damn years of listening to the same people talking and show how it has affected your life for the better good, then what good was the information in the first place, family? What good was the information in the first place? Like, what exactly are you listening to all these years if it is not changing your paradigm? And no, it's good to want to do better. It's good to learn about history and be more proud of who you are. I am not mad at that. That's very important. But you ain't gonna sell me the same history plate of food every single day for year after year after year and believe that I'm gonna grow content with that. I will not be complacent with someone teaching me relatively the same thing from year to year and periodically switch to teachers who's teaching on the same thing. How can we fix our situation? Because the number one thing that's going to motivate my family to want to be conscious or sustain the consciousness that they have is when they see a change in our living situation. It's just a fact. And you can play games with information all you want, but nothing says consciousness like a change in life for the better, good, of the people that are practitioners of that information. It's a fact. The number one thing that got my children interested in the knowledge is the fact that they can say, man, we looking at our lifestyle. We're like, man, Daddy, show me. Daddy, teach me that real estate stuff. Daddy, when you talking to your accountant, what you talking to him about? Daddy, when you talking to your fund manager, what you talking to him about? Daddy, when you talking to your publicist, what you talking to him about? Daddy, when you talking to your agent, what you talking to him about? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's exactly what it's about. So it's time to wake up, family. Time to wake up. So you go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Brother, POLIGHT 45@gmail.com. Yes, the mentoring course, just like my consultations course, the mentoring course. The mentorship program consists of a business trust that we set up for you, and we teach you the knowledge thereof and how to use the trust to make money. We give you coaching for 12 times out the month, 3 times out the week, 30 minutes at a time. And depending on which mentorship program you buy into, we will show you how to create 3 streams of income, 6 streams of income, or 9 different streams of income. As we always teach, every one of us should have at least 9 different streams of income. And it may sound intense because you may be working one job that's consuming most of your time because you're not working smarter. If you got a job that's consuming most of all your time and you still feel like you don't have enough money, you're most likely building someone else's dreams. You're most likely building someone else's dreams. So always leave your phone number when you email, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Always leave your phone number. Thank you, Sarket Hatap Atun Reye, for showing that love and having that conviction, showing that conviction and having that faith. No doubt. Shout out to the House of Consciousness. We in here. I know it's a late night stream, especially those of you that's in the East Coast. I know it's late, but what are you going to do? We got to go hard. Thanks a lot, John Wick. He said I'm the reason why he's reading a lot now. Just send your name, full name, and your phone number and inquire about the financial mentorship program, and I'll give you the outline. Like I said, we'll soon be stopping the program because I'm the one that's personally teaching everyone in the program. So when I coach people 12 times out the month, 3 times out the week, 30 minutes at a time, and show them how to amass wealth by generating 3, 6, or 9 different streams of income, in addition to helping them set up their business trust and guaranteeing whatever they put into the program, we double it through what I teach you and show you step by step. Gets no better than that, because I just do it for you, keep you in the light, because the light is what blinds you. You never stared at darkness and went blind. You stare at light and you get blind. So I'm not going to say keep you in the dark, because that's where all the thoughts are produced. The light is where the chaos comes in. In fact, in science, 554 million tons of hydrogen transition to 550 million tons of helium. The other 4 million tons get hurled off into space, caught in the electromagnetic pull of the sun, cools off, and forms a celestial body. This process is what the sun goes through to produce light. In science or chemistry, they call this process chaos. So light births chaos. So I'm not going to put you in the light, per se. I'm going to put you in that darkness. In this particular context, the light would be chaos. Word. So always send your phone number and your email and say you're interested in the mentorship program. That's brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Yeah, I'm telling everyone, their goal has to be to produce at least 9 streams of income. That's what I'm saying. That's your goal. But depending on which program you enter into, I may show you 3, I may show you 6, or I may show you 9. In addition, you get the trust. And with the trust, you'll learn how to do write-offs. You'll learn how to get a large amount of your monies back at the end of the year. It doesn't matter if it's Uber, gas, toll, restaurant, sporting events, or paper, ink, printer, staples, or glue. Paper, ink, printer, staples, or glue. Wouldn't matter. We'll show you how to accredit the purchasing of those items, events, or services and rendering them onto your business as contributing factors to you developing your business, whereby you can write it off. Why spend money throughout the year and get nothing back for what you spend? Why spend money throughout the year and get nothing back for it if you can learn how to get monies back after spending throughout the year? So that's why the trust is in place. In addition to a plethora of other things you can use your trust for to make money. This is what we coach you into during the mentorship program. It's not a game. Don't play around and let these guys catch you off guard during this Trump era and say, man, I wish I was prepared. Because when it hits the fan, there's nothing you can do. When this dollar falls dramatically, there's nothing you can do. The world is already working on alternative means of currency, because this paper currency, this fiat, functioning under the color of law is doing them no good. The world, particularly America, is keeping you in the light of chaos, while globally, people are in the dark producing the gifts of the future. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to tell you this. Globally, people have already adopted different types of currency that's way more effective and efficient when it comes to spending. And they still got you over here worshiping the almighty dollar. They got you over here living and dying by the dollar. Unbeknown to you, it's a secondary market of currency. World over, everybody else is using different alternative means of currency. I didn't mean to say different alternative back to back. Pardon me. But world over, people are using alternative means of currency. And it's more effective and it's catching like wildfire. And Americans don't know nothing. A lot of people in UK don't know nothing. A lot of people in Canada, unbeknown to them, the world is changing, but they still spending that paper currency thinking, well, I'm saving this up and I'm putting it in the bank. And when the drop hits you, because I'm going to tell you, every time that cryptocurrency and every time those Bitcoins keep going up and Bitcoin is doing better than they anticipated, and We're only halfway through the year, and it's already doing the numbers that was predicted to do towards the end of the year. That dollar is not going to mean nothing. I'm not telling you something as a false prophecy. I know for years people tell you the dollar going to fall, but they don't tell you how, when, or where. People already gave up their paper currency already. They're already spending with new and different currency. I'm telling you this. And that dollar, when they move that out of there, you're going to have a bunch of paper that don't mean nothing. Doesn't match up to nothing. PayPal's out of here unless they transition. Stripe is out of here. Western Union out of here. MoneyGram out of here. People going to be empowered to do this stuff right from their own household. Currency is changing. This is a fact. We're going to have this conversation early in the morning. I'm about to do this for breakfast, this conversation. I got a TV show I'm going to be on for Netflix tomorrow, and then right after that, actually that's 10:45 a.m. I might talk to y'all before that show, follow up after. It's real out here. It's real out here. You got to know what to put your monies into. Transfer that paper fiat into something like a hard asset. You need recessionary proof assets. That's where gold and silver, palladium, rhodium, platinum come in. So when the transition takes over, you don't get lost in the sauce, because all over the world, everyone agrees that gold, silver, and other precious metals still are a major commodity. Don't get lost in the sauce. Don't get caught out there. I'm telling you this, they will catch many of you out there, and you're going to be scrambling. What you going to do? Use paper currency to bail you out when it's not going to be worth nothing? It's declining every day, but you don't study Dow Jones, and nor do you know how to read it. You don't study the S&P or the Standard & Poor's Index, nor do you know how to read it. So it's right in your face, but it's a whole different language, and you sitting there not realizing. You don't even watch the TV and read the little bar, because you're not even on the channels where they give a damn about how money is fluctuating every day. Right before your eyes, they're showing you every day. Kiss that dollar goodbye. This is not something I'm talking about that 10 years down the line you have to see. It's going on right now. You don't realize it. How you're being impacted through the things that you purchase. Because I ain't down with the doomsday information. I don't play doomsday information. I'm not into that. People be selling doomsday information for years, since I was a youth. And some of them will just be a lucky guess, because they themselves don't know how to properly articulate or communicate with the people what's actually transpiring, so people can relinquish themselves from the ignorant hold and clutches of the educational system that got them confiding in a failing endeavor. Facts. I'm telling you, go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. If you're interested in the financial mentorship program, where we teach you how to develop multiple streams of income and show you how to double that which you put into the program. It's a fact. It's a fact. That's right. The plan is to expedite this information and learn as much as possible. That's a fact. I told you on every stream we're going to come and bring it to you. We don't play these games. I took some time off. I got other things going on. I had a movie premiere in Ohio, which I'm very proud of. To say I was in a crowded movie theater watching people watch me on screen, that was the dopest. Yeah. I'll check it out, Robert Miller. I'll check it out. Word, this should be on DVD. So yeah, you hit us up at brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Stop procrastinating, stop hesitating. do what you can, get involved with the program, and start learning your information in real time and use it for the duration of this year into the next. Stop procrastinating. Stop thinking you got next week and 2 weeks from now and a month from now. Stop procrastinating. Like I said, if you email me right now, I'll speak to you right now, or I will talk to you at the very top of the morning. Always leave your phone number when you email me. Don't just say, hey, I'm interested, because all I'm going to do is say, send us your phone number. Let's get it in. I'm proud of y'all too, Michael Terrence. Appreciate you. This is real. People playing games. This is why our community should be pooling their funds together. Well, we're going to make each other struggle individually. So before the storm comes, I'm trying to, pardon the language, trying. Before the storm comes, I'm just making sure you get your canned food, even though we don't deal with canned food. This is just a metaphor. I'm looking to get you guys your canned food and your gallons of water to prepare to weather the storm. That's all this is. It's real talk. It's real talk. You know, I like the circumambulations. I like to do circles around the rectangle. I love to be around water when I'm teaching, under the moonlight or the sunlight. Love it. Water, moon, circular moments. It's a sacred geometry right here. That's why it's resonating more with y'all. I'm telling you. That's how I like to do it. I'm late for the club, probably. But I'm not too far. About to pull up, drive the Ghost today. Go in the garage. If I had internet service, I'd show you the garage and show you which cars I gotta pick from. And how they either have no doors or suicide doors or swan doors. Yep. We don't play games. Man, you're gonna have to watch this stream again if you ask me what does the program bring. Man, I done went over that so much times. You catch us in the morning or you play this thing back and you'll enjoy it, I hope. You should. A lot of information. I give you sources, what to read, what to study, words and terms. Thanks a lot, James. Thanks a lot. Yeah, so I'm on my grown, mature thing. I was gonna put on a little tie. So you see, when I'm in the Ghost, I like to put on a tie or some slacks, and that's my grown folks' business vehicle. When I'm in that slingshot, I like the music blasting. I got a crazy sound system in the slingshot. That's when I'm just hood. I'm like, okay, sis, put on your form-fitting clothes. We ride in the city. Then when I'm in that I-8, it's like a combination between the two. So the I-8 is like slingshot slash Ghost. When them swan doors come out. Now I should probably push the I-8 tonight. But I ain't moved the Ghost in a few days, so I'm gonna pop up in the Ghost. You know, when you rocking a club and running a club, you want to pop out nice. Like I said, when I talk to the people that come in, they get something from me they don't get from other people that's running the club. Alongside my partner, I'm not going to take all the credit. Because I teach, and I leave my books in the club. And when I connect with people and I conversation resonates with them and I see they got that potential, come take this book. It's on the house. I'm the only person I know giving out books in the middle of the club. I'm just on a whole nother level with it. I'm living out my dreams. I want to catch people where they least expect it and teach them information. That's what I'm into. Shout out to Cincinnati for real. Let's get it. Hood handsome. Let's get it. Yep. So, needless to say, I have to get ready to head out. I appreciate everybody. Those of you interested in the financial mentorship, please email me at brotherpolight45@gmail.com. It's the Brooklyn-born young phenom from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. Stand up. We made it, but you don't officially make it until you can take people with you. We're going to do that through education, not through the handout. Feel me? That's what we do. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, this is some good lighting right here. It's pretty good. Let's get it in. Peace. You already know. Thank y'all so much. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Just texted to you one last time. Thank you so much. I love you all. Let's get it. Not only let's just get it, but let's get it together. Let's get it together. Super shout outs to the Brooklyn fam, but for those of you all over Ohio, love you so much. Y'all just keep doing good by me. I have something special for y'all. Chicago, I miss you. I'm coming back through. Keep that in mind. Cali, you already know what it is. This became my new home. Love it. We're going to get this tour popping. I'm about to go back on tour again. So much work to do. Take this information and let's make it happen. Salute. Ha, Utica, what's up? Crown Heights, Utica. That's what's up. Peace to the family. Salute. Y'all the best.